We're rolling. Hey, everyone. Welcome to episode 9 of Preparing to Podcast.
Where does the time go?
Where does the time go? Remember episode 1? Oh, we were so young and carefree.
Memories.
I can't afford.
No, I'm just gonna sing the one word.
Okay, good. Good. Because I don't want Streisand coming after us. Because
Ugh,
I've had enough.
ugh.
I've enough of that bitch in my DMs.
The Meshuggah and whatnot.
This, of course, if you're just tuning in for the first time, this is the non-award-winning podcast where two hilarious Canadian comedians bring in other hilarious Canadian comedians to talk about the state of the world and the industry and just, life in general. As always, I am the lovely and talented Ted Morris, and with me, for once, is the equally talented, if
That must have been hard to say out loud for you.
I was pinching myself so I wouldn't.
All right, say my name now. Say my name.
Chuck Byrne.
Hello, everyone.
My good friend Chuck Byrne.
I have enough trouble with my last name without you adding the hesitation pause in front of it.
Well, and I have to say the AI last week thought I was saying Chuck Brown. So
Yes.
I don't know if that's on the AI or on me, but that
No,
really was confusing our hearing impaired listener.
Yeah, well, really what it is my unwillingness to go through the AI clips afterwards and correct its spelling.
It's very obvious.
Yes. Yeah, well,
Or
it's
even context. Some of those just start in the middle of something, and you're just like, I wonder what led into this.
It's interesting, I find, with the AI, we're using AI to clips for our podcast, but I find sometimes it'll just take a straight clip of but sometimes what it'll do is it'll take the clip and then it'll take like the last 10 seconds of it and put that at the front.
Yeah.
And so it kind of plays a little bit garbled. It was like they give you the punchline before they give you the setup type.
Well, it's really letting you know how artificial that intelligence truly is.
Yes. I describe it as it's like asking an autistic kid to do something for you. They will do it very effectively and very diligently, and it might make no sense at all.
Yeah, and if it's not about trains, they're quickly going to lose interest.
Very quickly.
Move on to something else. Why do all these clips have trains in them?
The red ones have a whistle.
Our guests this week, we've got some powerhouse guests coming in.
We do.
Jeff McEnery.
Yes.
Of Letterkenny fame and number one in my heart. And Martha Chavez.
Yes.
Still on the run?
Still on the run?
I'm pretty sure she's convinced that whoever's in charge of Nicaragua is going to come and get her.
Well, that story checks out.
I mean, I keep sending them her address, and they just keep not coming from her. So
not coming for her.
You got no follow through, Nicaragua.
I think that's the problem is she's managed to escape far enough away from Nicaragua where going after her seems just exhausting.
Yeah.
Right? Like if she was living in Texas, all right,
Yeah, easy
a car ride.
Easy peasy.
That's a car ride. But to come all the way to Canada through all that's what, I don't know, probably like 6 border checks you're going to have to drive through and the toll bridges.
And that gag is not going to last that long. And then you're just going to have Martha complaining about being kidnapped for several days.
I have been in the car with Martha for extended car trips, and I will say that she will chew through a gag very quickly.
She is one of my favorite people to do a road trip with because I don't have to worry about maintaining my side of the conversation.
No.
Especially if she's just come back from South America, because then she's got stories to tell.
Yeah.
And then you just tuck in for some fabulous Martha stories. So I can't wait to see what stories she's brought to us this week.
Very excited.
Very excited.
Chavez being here this week. Very excited.
Yeah.
I can't imagine a situation where I could be more excited about a guest being here.
No, this is really the one I've been looking forward to most.
And that's no shade on Jeff McEnery.
No.
A perfectly wonderful guest. I mean, ordinarily not someone you go to for a rapid fire conversation. He's kind of a quiet fella off stage, but reliable. I will say that about Jeff.
Dependable.
More than we even really understand in this moment. Jeff is reliable. You can count on him. Unlike some other people who you might not be able to rely on as much. Anyway, it should be a fun episode.
It's going to be a fun episode. Do we have any? Do we have anything to look up from last week?
No, I
We're
don't
pretty
believe we
smart.
had anything that we were supposed to look up.
Do we have any new policies?
No, we do have one policy, and that's if we book you as a guest, you absolutely have to show up.
All right, that feels like a
It seems-
weird policy, but
It doesn't seem like a policy you'd have to explain.
Yeah.
But it is a policy,
fair
nonetheless.
enough.
Yeah.
Understood.
And as for viewer comments, we've had a few viewer comments. One from YouTube was that
Stop. Cryptic. What a cryptic comment.
there was actually a few people commented. George Westerholm last week was talking about how when they first started out in comedy, this is back in the 80s, how they weren't really taking it seriously, and they'd go out west and everybody was very casual about things, right? And it was back in the days when the police would circle the building, travel around.
Yeah.
I really like that as a background side effect.
It's
for our
very
podcast.
soothing.
It is very soothing, but in the way it lets people know that this is a dangerous podcast, that at any moment could be busted by the po-po.
Yeah.
But anyway, there was a comment that was a little upset, saying that there were plenty of comedians in Western Canada that were taking things very seriously back then. And the commenter mentioned Carrie Talmadge,
Okay.
Craig Campbell,
Okay.
and
Bobo the carnival clown?
a third, Alan Park. And while I agreed with the commenter's view that those were three very hardworking comedians, they are. Carrie and Al are both sadly dead now.
Yeah.
Craig Campbell's over in England, so
Dead to us.
dead to us, exactly. And they all were very hardworking comedians. But you're also talking about a time that was 10 years after the time that we were talking about. And so just,
So we reject your criticism.
Well,
is what you're saying, as we normally do.
I greatly appreciate the comment because I think the spirit of the comment was very much right. It was just the time frame that we were talking about might not have been as relevant in the clip that they were commenting on.
I will have to find out where the giant, my partner, made his comments, because he provided some feedback apparently, which he did not share with me.
Oh, really?
But apparently it was there were bullet points. And I think he left it on Instagram somewhere, so we'll have to dig that out and see.
We'll have to. He left a series of bullet point comments.
Oh yeah, he took his
proper constructive criticism.
I mean, how constructive
is any criticism?
Any criticism, really?
I mean, if you don't just green light me and tell me that I'm completely amazing all the time, what's the point of you even being here?
Why am I listening? If you're not praising me, I don't understand. Anything but praise is just white noise.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Which is the alternate name for this podcast.
The white noise?
White noise.
White noise. Oh, I get it. Because we're white and we're making noise. And also white noise is the kind of thing that you can completely ignore.
Yeah.
Right. Which, also, good reminder, like, subscribe, and follow so that we don't get the feeling that we are actually white noise, just in the background, helping you sleep at night. Yeah. Should we get to it?
Let's get to it.
Let's get to the episode. Here we are eating ribs.
We're just two guys, just two dudes,
Just a couple of fellas,
just a couple of gentlemen, and we have fabulous guest.
Yes, guest
singular guest. Not
yes.
that it takes anything away from them being a singular guest. In fact, I think this is more focused on you, which I know is something that you really embrace. One of my favorite people to do a road trip with, because we don't have to talk. You might have seen him on Letterkenny. He's the winner of the Great Canadian Laugh Off. It's Jeff McEnery, everyone.
Thank you so much for having me, Ted and Chuck. Yes, nice to be here.
Thank you for showing up.
You're welcome. I'm.
The bar is low. We've set the bar at guests arrive.
Yes, yeah. As far as guests go, I'm one of your most punctual today. Yeah,
we love it. He's the most punctual guest.
Just to bring our audience up to speed, and especially our regular viewers, is that ordinarily we have two guests on the show, and we invited two guests to be on the show. Jeff showed up early, on time,
ready to go.
Yeah.
Pink hoodie. Hi. I mean, I don't know what the over-under was on the pink hoodie, but a lot of people lost a lot of money when Jeff showed up in a pink hoodie today. But he showed up in the pink hoodie, ready to go. He's drinking coffee. He's ready to dive in on some ribs. Our other guest, many people might know from Because News or from the debaters or from every other thing that happens in the CBC building. Martha Chavez was going to join us today, but apparently they have a non-compete that I'm unaware of.
Yep.
Down there at the CBC building, because Martha, after booking to be on the show on today's date, didn't remember until moments ago we contacted her to say, so, and she was like, oh, today? And so I just, on behalf of the show.
Yeah. You're dead to us. You're dead to us.
What the fuck, Martha?
Most of that comes from Jeff, I gotta say. Most of that bile is Jeff. It's too shy.
She hearted my text when I gave her directions to get here.
Yeah, but I heart things by accident all the time.
All right. Well,
Have you
evidence.
seen the woman's thumbs? I'm surprised that everything that you write is not hearted.
I'm just
By
glad
Martha.
that soon she will be deported and sent to a prison in El Salvador.
Is
Right?
this like last week when you did the Chinese accent for an hour and then you just cut it all
No.
out? Is that what's going to happen again?
No,
I sense it. I sense it.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to leave some bitterness in because, I mean, it does put a lot of weight on you, Jeff. You're going to have to go through some ribs this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to eat 30 ribs. Yeah.
We should all get in on the rib wagon.
All right.
Just to get things started, you know.
And
It's-
while we are doing that, like a lot of people like to, start a meal with grace or some acknowledgement of thanks and gratefulness. We don't do that here. Instead, we start with a haiku.
Yeah.
Hepburn, do you have a
I do.
rib haiku for us today?
I have a rib-based haiku for the group today. Smoke curls in the dark. Sticky fingers. Quiet joy. Bones pile like trophies. There you go.
Boy, are you missing out, Martha?
Funny as it may seem, we had actually kind of planned out this week's episode a little bit. So
Never doing that again.
I had planned. We had planned to ask Martha about Martha's immigrant journey from what I assume are the mean streets of Nicaragua.
It was bus, then train, then that was to sum it up in a nutshell.
So it's a lot like a Steve Martin, John Candy movie. It's like planes, trains, and automobiles. Yeah.
And then landed in Montreal.
There you go.
We don't need Martha here. I know everything about
You
Martha.
know
I can just fill in the blanks. Although my biggest question for Martha is because she does stand up in 3 different languages. And only in one of those languages,
3 languages.
Spanish and French and English. But it's only in English that she has an accent. There's no Spanish accent when she speaks French. It's very confusing. I don't understand how that works.
That is confusing.
But she's not here. So she can't address that.
No, she can't address that. She can't address anything. She sure as shit can't find the address to this place. Sure shit can't do that. Yeah, I'm bitter. Yeah.
Well,
Why are you surprised that I'm bitter?
you're hiding it very well. And you're not making it awkward for our wonderful guest.
No, I think Jeff prefers me just shitting on Martha to asking personal questions about him. Hey, Jeff, where'd you lose your virginity?
In a barn. Was it in a barn?
Huh? Easy guess.
Can you believe that bitch, Martha? Can you believe I mean, continue.
But I was going to follow up
Huh?
Ted's question to Martha about her immigrant journey with my question to you
Okay.
about an equally harrowing immigrant journey from Acton, Ontario.
Yes, Martha was bus, train, plane to Montreal. I was go bus, go train.
Go bus, go train.
Yeah, I took the go bus from Acton, got into Union Station, had to take the go train up to Kipling, and then went to Humber for comedy writing and performance, with the dream of one day eating ribs in Chuck Burns' living room.
Okay, well, there you go.
This is
21 years, but I pulled it
21.
off.
Cross it off the list. Cross it off the list. And now the problem is you're going to be empty-hearted because now what's your dream?
Yeah, what's next?
I have no more mountains to climb.
Just downhill.
That's it.
Chili in Jerry D's basement.
That sounds like a euphemism.
Just a bowl of chili in Jerry D's basement. Yeah, that's what I hope for.
But yes, you had a question, Chuck. Sorry, I got.
Well, just about. Did you move to Toronto when you did Humber?
Yeah, I moved to. Yeah, I was in residence. I moved. Was in residence, and that's to me. It was like living in prison, but in prison, like you have a toilet bowl right there. You don't have to put on a shirt and shoes and walk down the hall to take a piss. Yeah. So yeah, I was not a big fan of living in residence.
A more intensive social anxiety level.
Which was, yeah.
Did you have a roommate or were you solo?
No, I was with I was by myself. Yeah. Luckily, there was.
You could have just peed in a bottle then, left it in the corner of your room. You didn't have to make that trip down the hall.
That's true. I always think it was really funny. There was not my year, but the year after me. There's a woman, I won't even, she's long dead, so I'll use her real name. Yeah. Reevy was her name. She was like 73 and her husband died. So she did the Humber program as a way to like get back out there into the world. And
comedy as a life change is an often.
Yeah. It's one of the things, like when all else goes wrong, try comedy. Yeah.
A lot of people find comedy through crisis.
Yeah. And so she was like 73, and I didn't know this until like the end of the year. She lived in res, and she had a roommate.
Poor roommate.
Can you imagine being 19 years old, going off to college, think you're gonna drink and party, and you have a mourning grandmother?
Well, the nice thing about 70-year-olds is if they kept up their partying, they're very, very good at it.
That is true.
They could teach her all kinds of.
She's gonna have pills. You know she's gonna have pills.
She's gonna have pills for sure. Yeah.
What they do for you is up in the air a little bit.
Got stuff on.
Yeah. End up trying to get high off a whole pile of laxatives.
Yeah. And lowered my cholesterol so much on Friday night.
Exactly. Oh man, my heart's pumping like crazy, and I just can't stop shitting.
As long as you like the smell of talcum powder and rose water, that would be a wonderful roommate. Sound sleeper when she takes out here.
A sound sleeper. No old people's a sound sleeper because they're in a constant state of waiting for the Grim Reaper to arrive, right? So
it's like, oh.
Yeah, they're like cats in that way. You can't. They seem like they're really asleep, but at any moment they can claw you to death.
Like I have to walk down that hallway to pee, so I have to set my alarm multiple times during
That's
the
the
night.
thing is you don't have to set an alarm to get up to pee. Your body is your alarm. Every 48 minutes, it'll be like, yeah.
I'd like to think that, but my mattress has damper things to say about it.
You've got like a really comfortable mattress?
I mean, yeah, but like when you wet the bed, there's always that moment where you're like, oh, this is so warm and nice. And it only lasts for about 5 seconds. You're like, this is now very uncomfortable. Why did I do this?
How often are you wetting the bed?
What do you got?
No, you break more than like once as an adult. You probably should get it checked.
I don't know if I've wet the bed as an adult, but I was a fan of it as a child. We used to go camping a lot, and I would pee in my sleeping bag.
See, I was not a fan of it, and I was a bedwetter.
Apparently my mom thinks that just drying something out is the same as cleaning it. So I would just sleep in a piss-soaked sleeping bag for 2 weeks, but it was dry by the time I had to go to bed. It just still smelled like my little boy pee.
If you're just joining us for fetish talk, he's explaining how he spent most of his summers as a child sleeping in a piss-soaked sleeping bag.
It's the classic tale.
It's the classic tale.
I'm surprising
sadly can't get an erection unless it's near a urinal. It's weird.
Well, that part's not weird. That's just where I lost my virginity. So that makes a lot more sense.
Getting back to our original
Right?
question.
See,
That's
it
right.
goes full circle.
Yeah, Ted guessed
I'm stuck
barn.
with
Hang on,
this.
before you answer, I'm going to guess truck.
Both very good guesses.
Ooh, what if it was a truck,
was a truck
parked
in a barn. Yeah.
Yeah, a truck parked in a barn.
Just a bunch of cows
We both-
judging you.
We both go home winners there. Okay? Everybody gets a trophy. You get a peace prize. You get a peace prize.
I don't know how many people actually know this. And now, since I'm saying it on your podcast, dozens will know.
Oh,
No,
dozen.
No,
Dozen.
dozen.
maybe a baker's dozen.
Yeah, I was going to say baker's dozen.
If
Yeah.
AI picks this moment as a highlight, we could get into dozens. But I don't know. It's up to the algorithm. I don't make these decisions.
We have no choice.
I lost my virginity at a hotel attached to the Manor Strip Club
In Guelph,
in
Ontario.
Guelph, Ontario. There you go.
Lehman Manor.
Wow.
That's right.
Wow,
I
that's-
forgot Ted was he went to school for veterinarian in U of Guelph. Yeah.
And I lived in an all-guy dorm and was in the closet, so I spent a lot of time at the Manor Strip Club.
Really?
Anytime it was someone's birthday, we would go and we'd all sit in Pervert's Row. I was cheap, so I would just grab an empty bottle of beer so they would not bother me.
Mm.
And then we'd have a fun, awkward night with the boys.
Mhm.
You want a lap dance? I'm like, no. It's the furthest
Now,
thing I like.
after you came out, did the nights with the boys become less awkward?
No.
No, just as awkward, just different activities.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, different
Good to
strip
know.
clubs.
It's good to know that, on the other side of that closet door, life will still be difficult.
They say it gets better, and no, it really doesn't. You just have a better view.
It's get better for others, not for you so much, but
Yeah.
for others, it gets better because they don't have to put up with all the anxiety of you being in the closet. Right? Because they don't want to accidentally spill the beans. That's something else we could have gotten into
Beans.
with Martha.
Spilling
If she had
beans?
shown
That
up.
feels racist.
Well, yeah. I
Very on brand.
spilling beans. No matter how many times you fry them, they're still Mexican. I'm having a lot of fun being casually racist on our show now.
It's not that casual.
I was going to say, it seems more overt than casual.
Feels very
Hey,
blatant.
look, I'm just trying to stay on brand or trend. Trend was the word I should have said.
Yeah.
Brand means that I'm known for it in some way.
Brand is more accurate.
It is more accurate.
Go with your first instinct.
Ted, can you tell the story, speaking of you at Guelph?
Yeah.
One of the stories I love that you told me was there was Aggie night, and then a group of you and your friends, you had a brand that was similar to
Yes.
Aggie night, and the Aggies were not happy about it.
Guelph, University of Guelph, a lot of agricultural students there. And on Wednesday nights, they would have the Aggie Pub in the University Center basement.
Okay, so Aggie is agriculture.
Agriculture. Yeah.
Okay.
There were Dippers, which was a 2-year diploma in agriculture, but it was just a 2-year diploma in drinking rye.
Yeah.
Just drinking rye and putting on weight.
So this is, hang on, just to be clear, this is like book learning for farmers?
Yeah.
Taking an agriculture program?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, teaching cows to read and stuff like that.
Well, it's just, seeds goes in the dirt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
stuff you'd want
I
to
had
cover.
several cousins who were Aggies, took agriculture at Guelph, and it was exactly what Ted says. You just drink for a couple of years, like you don't a diploma to know how to milk cows. They've been doing it since they were 7 years old, anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
I did go to an Aggie Pub too on my 19th birthday. I barely remember it. We popped into the Aggie Pub and did some two-stepping. But then when I came out and we were doing stuff with the gay student group, we would have what we called faggy pubs that were a combination of
That's one of those you can't use that word against us type.
well, the Aggies took so much offense. They're like, "Oh, you're making fun." They would call up the gay student group like, "Oh, we're gonna fucking kick your ass." They were so mad. They're like, "We're kind of making fun of ourselves." And they're, "Ugh, we got you." I loved our faggy pups.
Hey, they grow our food.
Yeah.
God bless the farmers.
God bless the farmers.
Ignorant fuckers.
No. Just the ones that were in the closet.
Just
Those
the,
were the extra mad ones.
just the ones that couldn't make it here today.
Like, I see your cowboy boot tapping in the bathroom stall. I know what's going on.
That was my favorite bathroom stall story. Was that American
The
senator?
wide stance.
The wide stance.
Yeah.
Wide stance was that was the best non-excuse I've ever heard. Maybe I just have a wide stance.
wide.
Yes.
My shit's coming sideways, so I'm really gonna.
So you can tuck like 3 guys in there. You get a nice wide stance.
We didn't have dumb North American bathroom stalls where there's like 3 feet of empty space in them.
Oh yeah.
Just enclose me in a box with my own sounds and my own smells, and no one has to know about that.
Every once in a while, you'll run into like at a hotel or something like that. You'll run into like a stall door that is like a door.
Yeah, it's
Like I'm in my own sealed cubicle, and I will take my time in there. I will take my time. If I'm not in a hurry, then I am not in a hurry. Just because it's so rare to get that level of. I'm in a constant state of who's looking through the crack and what's coming. I feel
even
very
in your
exposed.
apartment, you can just lock the door, and then no one's gonna.
I just feel very
Come in.
exposed in the traditional North American, a lot of gaps in its stall. I don't feel. I feel because
Did something happen? Is this
Yeah.
over the years, a lot of things have happened. Just be honest. Over the years, a lot of things have happened, but one of the things.
okay? You really need to get a bidet.
Oh,
By the way,
yeah. I'm just going to argue that.
if you're having shotgun blasts, I highly
I'm
recommend.
not saying that that's like all of that I encounter every piece of hardware.
The
in
only
every-
thing I've seen you eat for the past 2 months is ribs. So I think you need some.
Yeah, but you're
distinct-
here on a limited window.
I assume this is all you eat.
No. Friday's brisket, right? Friday's brisket. And then Saturday, a lot of
Leftover brisket.
it's a lot of leftover brisket
Yeah.
on Saturday. And Jeff's moved to just nodding.
He's like,
Jeff's gonna nod his way through the rest of this audio track.
I've never been more jealous of Martha Chavez in my life. I've never. Why didn't I just not show up? Why didn't I just?
you didn't know that was an option.
Yeah, I really didn't. I really didn't. Oh, yeah. No, I totally had it. It's Thursday in my
Did you think it was Thursday?
My-
was that
calendar. Yeah. No, I knew it was. I knew it was.
No, you were here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I lost my virginity to a stripper, and I know you have consistency issues with your shits. Yeah.
I
Was
feel
it?
those are equally valid points of view.
We didn't get I didn't know that was the Who.
Oh, you didn't know that.
I assumed that was the Who.
I was
Who
the
else wants to go to the hotel next to the manor?
Thank you.
yeah, but he's living out in Acton, right? So he
Yeah.
probably doesn't have a hotel in Acton he can go to. There was the possibility that him and his girlfriend had booked a room at the hotel.
Honey, what do you say we go to the strip club hotel? Yeah.
Yes, I mean, I don't,
Mhm.
how many Marriotts are there in Acton, Ontario? I don't. Can you get into the Four Seasons in Acton this time of year? I mean, it's probably pretty hot seasonally, right?
That's true. No, yeah, we very much like Ted. We used to go to the manor all the time, and then a couple of my cousins started working there, and that kind of killed the vibe. Yeah, so
It's awkward.
we stopped going there after
your
that.
female cousins.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because they're like,
Okay.
we can't let them know that we're bad tippers.
Well, it was just a different story if one of your cousins, like your cousin Bob, is working as the doorman at a strip show. That's kind of a dream when you're a teenager.
Yeah,
But when your
that
female
wasn't-
cousin that you're going to see at Thanksgiving is taking her clothes off there.
We give thanks to cousin Joni's tits.
It was 2 of them. Yeah.
Well, most
What?
women have 2 tits.
Cousins are two.
Right, I got you. I'm a little slow when it comes to the
You're not-
female and ass.
You're not going to make a lot of money in the novelty market if you only got 2 tits.
I don't know. I saw a lot of strippers at the manor that had like a bit of a limp. There was one that had hair. She from the back, she looked like my roommate. And everyone's like, oh, she's really hot. I'm like, she looks like Neil. She's got broad shoulders. It's really taking me out of this.
There's also a women's lacrosse team. All right, it's not just for the fellas anymore.
We went with a guy one time, and this is how I knew there was more socially awkward people than myself. Like even when I was like 19, I was like, I'm a bit fucking awkward. And we went with a guy named Lucas Green. I'll say his name. And we walk in the manor, and there's a stripper on stage. Not one of my cousins this time.
Boo.
Yeah,
Yes,
You're like, I'm leaving.
beautiful, big-breasted lady swirling around on the pole there, and Lucas Green he assesses the situation. And he goes, "Oh, they got small tables in here."
And that's how Lucas came out.
Yeah.
The decor in the strip club is
small tables.
the lighting is unflattering.
I don't think I'm going to be able to order the nachos and the wings.
It is cramped in here.
You order food at strip clubs, or you?
You can, but I never have. Yeah.
That's my dad. Anytime he goes to a strip club, he's always claiming, he's like, no, we're just there because the lunch buffet. It's so good.
Oh, Montreal. We used to, I went to McGill very briefly, and
McGill,
our
thanks.
fraternity used to have our weekly meeting at Club Super Sex because it was
You were gross.
No, it would cost you $7. And you went down there and you tipped the doorman $2 to give you a seat. Essentially, it was just $2 to the doorman to let you into the place. But it was a free lunch buffet. It was Chinese food, delicious, and naked ladies. And you had to buy one beer, which was $4.50. So you paid $5 for that. So for $7, you got a beer, all you can eat buffet, and naked women. I mean, what world do you live in where that isn't where you want to eat lunch every single day of your life?
And were people taking minutes at these meetings that you were having? Fraternity?
It was a fraternity meeting. It was, we all got together and
Treasurer?
somebody told a story about who threw up on pub night last week, and that was about it. It wasn't, they're not like,
You calling it a meeting is really overselling what.
well, by calling it a meeting, you'd be able to get everybody to show up.
Yeah.
Can you just like,
If you said, hey, we're all going to Club Super Sex for lunch on Tuesday, it sounds like you're really not getting a lot done in your life. But if you say, hey, brothers meeting on St. Catherine's Boulevard, you better be there. Well, there you go. It's official business.
Yeah, I agree with Ted. Yeah, a meeting is fast and loose with the term meeting.
You're trying to figure this year. You guys don't know how to cover. That's the problem. See, for a guy who lives so much of his life in the closet, you'd figure you'd be better at cover stories. Right? Yeah, exactly. I'm going for a meeting at the steam room.
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, but we took notes.
You take the notes. Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, do they
to the bathroom stall to each other?
have like food and buffets at like strip like guys?
Yeah.
Not,
Yeah.
not the two that I've been to. I've only been to Remington's, rest in peace. Just lots of straight guys using elastic bands as cock rings, and trying to pretend to be into it.
Did that come off a head of broccoli? Because it looks like it's still on a head of broccoli.
And then the wonderfully named cock bar. Definitely no food there.
But
Lots of chicken.
I've always found that the male strippers seem much more sad than the female strippers. Is that true? Just as like they seem like they're enjoying much more of a steroid and meth based lifestyle than the female strippers are.
But the last time I went to a strip club was with my friend who does like porn and auditions. What are these? But it was like going out with the King of Kensington. We walk up to the thing and there's this big burly drag queen at the door. She's like, Ryan doesn't pay, and we got to go in. And it was great. And then all the strippers. It was the most fun I've ever had at a strip club. Because then all these strippers are being super friendly to me because they're trying to get a job from my pal Ryan. It was amazing.
So is it hard to get a job in porn?
No.
Okay,
I think it's very easy. I think it's hard to have a sustainable career in porn, but I don't think
yeah.
it's that hard to get into it. How did you get into porn?
Jeff?
Yeah, I've seen some video.
Back when Nail magazine was still around, Cages in the back.
Yeah, pages in the back.
I can do that.
It was either, get into porn or sea monkeys. And sea monkeys didn't seem that interesting, so I figured I'd see what this porn was all about.
I was actually filling in for Martha Chavez. She didn't show up. Yeah.
For her porn show.
Like, this is the same. We'll just fix it in post.
And I'm serious. If you booked Martha for a porn shoot, she will show up on time. That's what's so insulting about her not showing up here. Is we weren't going to ask her to do anything that she wouldn't ordinarily do. Talk into a microphone, eat, and enjoy some company.
Yeah.
But it's snowing outside. And, after you've walked the entire way from Nicaragua to Canada to declare yourself a refugee, barefoot, while carrying your entire family on your shoulders, plus a backpack full of cocaine to cover expenses, then you get to Canada and you're accepted. And I believe she's a citizen now. She's a citizen.
Despite I protested, but they still they're like, nope, we're gonna let her in.
Nope, she brought a coat. So that's the requirement here in Canada. If you bring a coat, you can stay. And it's just a sad day that Martha couldn't be here because we didn't really get a reason. We didn't really get a reason. We just got that was today. We didn't get I slept in or I have a dentist appointment or my wife Linda fell down the stairs. Throw me a bone. Tell me Linda fell down the stairs. Nothing. Just, totally forgot about the thing that's really important to you.
It's a rib-based pun you threw out there with that bone.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Ted, can you tell, this is completely off topic.
Good.
Can you tell, no strippers, nothing. Yeah. Can you tell a story about how you pulled a prank on your poor uninitiated butler growing up about the pool? Yes.
First of all, not a butler. We did not have a butler. This is when I lived in Africa. We did have a gardener and a maid.
He was a slave.
I want to make this perfectly clear. We were not paying this gentleman anything. This was after we were not allowed to interact.
We owned him outright.
Yes. Yeah, I have the receipt. And he couldn't read, so he didn't know what he was signing. And I don't think that's my problem.
Address all letters to Ted Morris.
No, but this was in the early 90s, and we...
Oh, so that's cool.
So it's fine. So it's fine. It was different times. But
apartheid, yeah.
Apartheid was done. This was the thing, because we were allowed... Because Nelson Mandela got out of jail, and apartheid was done, so all of a sudden we as working for the Canadian Embassy, I was not, were allowed to, do business with South Africa.
Oh, okay.
And living in landlocked Zimbabwe, apparently everyone was desperate for fish. So we got this big fish order and all packed in dry ice. And I thought it would be hilarious to throw dry ice in the pool and then tell the gardener that the pool was on fire. And then freaked him out by then jumping in. And he thought for sure he was going to get fired that day. How do you explain dry ice to someone who does not have regular ice?
You don't.
There's barely wet ice. And I'm trying to explain that this is compressed carbon dioxide. It was just more fun to jump in.
Yeah. He thought you jumped into hell and you the shit out of the man. Yeah.
So he's thinking that the water's boiling.
He's thinking that the water's boiling, and he's thinking that he's in big trouble because
his boss's kid just jumped into a big pool of boiling water. Oh, good fun for him.
Well, I mean, good fun for me. I thought he was going to have a heart attack. He did not find it as amusing. Eventually, he did laugh really hard afterwards, but
he was instructed to.
Yeah, I told him to. I poked him with a stick.
I just think that a lot of people don't understand that while privilege is seen as something wrong, I don't think a lot of people understand how much fun it is.
Yeah, if you enjoy white privilege in North America, I highly recommend going over to Africa and seeing what it's like there, because that's where they invented it.
And really, you can have, regardless of color, you can have privilege too. What you really need is more money than 90% of the people who live around you. If you have more money than 90% of the people who live around you, You got privilege.
Ugh, billionaire privilege. It's the worst.
No, that's when you need like 99.5% of the people around you to have less money than you.
Grotesque. I am thoroughly enjoying that this episode has turned into Jeff interviewing me.
Yes.
Jeff's pretty good at deflection techniques,
I was like, I don't.
which surprised me again. Almost as surprised. Pink hoodie just
Yeah.
out of the park with that, Jeff.
Thank you.
Full points.
I'd like to think I'm pretty good at deflection. Am I not, Martha?
Yeah, Martha, you have anything to say?
Hang on, let's all just wait for Martha to answer here for a minute. Fascinating.
Oh, that was a bit
And the
rude,
way-
though.
The way you explained it so clearly in words that I could understand. Thank you so much for being here, Martha Chavez.
And on that note, should we move on to the second rack? Are we?
I think we're easily into the second rack. I don't know what we're gonna. There's
Well,
not
we
a lot
could
of
talk
pressure.
to our guest about himself. I think that would be
We could.
an interesting.
Yeah. I had a whole bunch of questions about Martha because Martha talked about it for a while. But anyway, fuck that bitch. Yeah. This is what happens when you don't show up. People aren't happy about it. Exactly. Drown yourself in pork. That'll make everybody feel better. So, Jeff.
Yes, sir.
Now, one of the credits that I think you probably get recognized for the most currently would be Letterkenny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say so. Yeah.
Now, is that
strip club, hotel room? They just can't stop talking about it. Oh, well, there's the guy from Letterkenny with that whore. Eh?
But nobody's ever. I find usually when somebody recognizes you for something, they're happy.
Yeah.
Now, has it been a positive experience for you?
Yeah. Well, see, when I first got the part, you get these Chuck, you act, and Ted, you act. You get the like breakdowns, like the character breakdowns.
It was insulting.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Always insulting. Yeah, and when I first got mine, it was like, we're looking for a slow learning fella who pisses with his pants around his ankles and gets kicked into garbage. And my agent Karen goes, "You'd be perfect for that."
Yeah,
it's the story of your life.
Exactly. Yeah. So initially, when I first got it, I was fucking half-assed the thing, and then when I got the part and they sent me over the script, I was like, oh wow, this is actually a really funny show. Yeah. So to see what the show ended up becoming, I'm really proud to be associated with it. But that initial character breakdown was crazy
because it's one of those things. That if that show doesn't hit right, it can kind of seem like you're poorly making fun of everybody involved. But when it does hit right, it's complete genius.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's.
I remember the breakdowns used to be when I first started. It was all that I went out for was all Chris Farley types.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it always said for commercial breakdowns. All Chris Farley types, which was the most polite way to say we want a fat white guy. And then Chris Farley, died of heroin and butter sandwiches. And like the following week, it was Jack Black type.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which I was like, okay, well, I'm going to have to lose about 20 pounds now, right? That was
instrument.
Jack Black was a tighter standard than Chris Farley was, but I also at the same time kind of worried about Jack Black because now, all of a sudden he was in the target zone.
And at no point were you worried about your own health.
No, that didn't come into it.
At no point where you're like, I wonder.
I remember being happy when I did the toaster strudel commercial.
I remember the toaster strudel.
It was a big thing, and it was a long campaign.
Them for decades after that.
But I had just been on a diet for like a year and a half, and the fact that they were letting me sell food told me that I had lost enough weight that I did not actively. Like when you saw me, it didn't make you think that guy's fat.
Yeah,
that because if when people look at you, if their reaction is that person's fat, you are not allowed to sell food on television.
Yeah. No,
there's a lot of really good triathletes selling McDonald's on television. Everybody's buff in a McDonald's ad. Everybody's in good shape. They're all smiling. You ever been inside a McDonald's? Those people did not jog there.
No, and I think didn't they take the salads off the menu finally? They're like, yeah, no one's been ordering. We're gonna.
It's like when you see a Walmart commercial and every employee's got this great big smile on their
Smile,
face.
yeah.
Must be their first day.
No, it must be their last day.
Well, I get breakdowns like not conventionally attractive. Like, okay, that's hurtful.
I remember. Yeah, it's been a while. I remember. I do remember when I moved from. It was a while ago. I moved from the 25 to 35 to the 35 to 45 age group. That was a tough afternoon. In my mind, I went from looking 25 years old to looking 45 years old over the course of a summer. And I didn't spend that much time in the sun. Like I shouldn't have been aging that quickly.
Yeah, I still get breakdowns for like 30s. I'm like, really? Early 30s? I'm like,
sometimes, but sometimes they don't necessarily want that age. They just want a vibe or a.
I give no vibes.
Yeah, they don't want someone who's too young or too old.
I make a terrible first impression. I'm so bad at auditions.
My favorite one is they get we're looking for a comedic type with an interesting face.
Yeah.
like call me ugly. Don't call my face interesting.
Ugly and funny.
Yeah. It sparks curiosity. What happened here?
Yeah. See, but they don't.
Did a condition.
The difference
with it,
but the difference between interesting and ugly is interesting. You still want to look at that face.
Yeah, that's
to
true.
Figure out what the deal with that face is. Ugly is just like, it's a quick no thanks. Right? Like Steve Buscemi has one of those faces that you could quick look and say he's ugly. But it's like one of those faces, if you keep looking at it, it's like one of them pictures that, all of a sudden 3D dolphin shows up at it or something. That's his face just, and then all of a sudden he opens his mouth and, oh, fuck, the teeth are like chapter 3 and 4.
So we're not getting Steve Buscemi as a guest either. So we'll just
but I bet he'd show up. I bet he'd show up if we did invite him and he wrote the date down and he hearted the text directions that I sent. Hurtful. They're going to stick with me for a while and drown my sorrows in delicious pork ribs.
Now, now that you've done Letterkenny, do you get a lot more auditions for like exactly what you did on Letterkenny?
Yeah. So like I've kind of stopped because like I really enjoyed the show. Like the show almost like spoiled me in that like I remember
doing genuinely be funny and stuff.
Yeah, and do like actual like dialogue and things like that. So yeah, after I did that, it was like, okay, like if these guys call again, like I'm there. But as far as like being a cat burglar on Hudson and Rex or like one of these crappy Canadian shows, I'll pass. I don't need to go out to be in a Skittles audition or anything like that.
Oh man, I dream about a Skittles audition.
You can't taste the rainbow. I will taste the shit out of that rainbow.
Yeah. Because there was I don't
sarcastic for ads. I would get that a lot. It's like, could you do that again, but like less sarcastically? I'm like, I can't pretend to be excited about this food. I just can't do it.
It depends what the food is.
I had one time where it was it was a commercial audition for something. It's really stuck with me.
Try all new something.
You really painted a picture with that.
I think it was a casino ad, and the lady goes, you go, and there's like chaos going on in this casino, and I get hit with an egg. And the lady goes like, okay, like get hit with the egg, but more deadpan. And I had no idea how to deadpan get hit with an egg. Like, yeah. You're either getting hit with an egg or you're not. You don't. Yeah, it just
some of the instructions.
React in a deadpan manner is kind of a sentence that's working against itself.
Yeah. So you mean don't react?
Yeah.
So be deadpan. Okay.
Stand here.
There are sometimes where they give you directions and you're like, okay, oh, you want me to do what? All right, why don't you do that? Why don't you act that out? Why don't you show me what this stupid direction is that you just gave me? I hate it when the ad company's in there. I'm like, because I just don't think what they do is important. And I have no respect for them. And they all act like this terrible copy is the most clever thing that they've
Yes.
ever written in their lives. And I'm like,
Well, because they're
again, this
they're
is why I don't
in
make commercials.
they're in the in between of commerce and show
They're
business.
terrible. They're terrible.
And so as a
They're
result,
going
they
in
think they're
advertising.
good business people and good creative people, and they're usually kind of half as good at both.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You ever read like a script and you're like how much work went into this piece of shit? Like how many levels this had to pass through?
I just picture the person like writing it out and be like, oh, genius. I'm getting a Clio. Isn't that?
I had that with a script revisions for a voiceover that I did, and they were deciding on the final draft of what this would be, and about half of it was I would call kind of creative talking about the product, and half of it was like direct informational. These are the points we need to hit in our commercial type of thing. And the number of people that were CC'd on the email was 23.
Oh my God.
And I thought it was incredible to me to like, okay, well, this is why it costs $6 million to produce a 30-second Home Depot commercial. Right? Because there's 23 people okaying the fall spectacular script. Like that's a lot of people to be involved. And like this was getting bounced back. Like people were making one-word revisions to it. And I'm sure because everybody wanted to make sure that they had a fingerprint on it at the end of the day.
Yeah, they want to make sure their job's necessary. Yeah,
you got to justify why you're CC'd on the email.
It's like writing a hit song. It's like, oh, I came in, I gave you one beat.
Oh, yeah.
Songwriting credit. Get me in there.
Songwriting credit. I could go for some songwriting credits. I was thinking about getting the AI just to start cranking out some country songs for me. Right? I could just, you put in a list of things that you've lost, women that you've loved, and counties where you just barely got away. And just let the AI just start.
A little bit of Jesus.
Oh, yeah. You toss in some Jesus. You got to toss in some Jesus. And then maybe sneak in a Muhammad just to mix things up a little bit. Right? Just all of a sudden somebody's humming along in their F-150 and they think, am I humming along to Muhammad gonna save my truck? Right? That's how you convert people, inadvertently. That's how Ellen did it. Nobody had any idea she was gay until she told them.
A woman in comedy in the 80s and a lesbian.
Hang on, short hair.
Heard of.
Short haircut?
She's not wearing a blazer.
Multicolored vest? I don't know.
No clue.
We should do comedy spouse night. Invite a number of comedy spouses in. Hey, we could get your fellow over here. We could get my ex-wife.
He wouldn't say a word.
He wouldn't say a word.
No, he would clam right up.
Out of politeness or fear?
Both. Polite
Really?
fear.
Is he scared of you?
Well, I should be at this point. If he's not, he's a fool. No, he's not scared of me. But he doesn't he doesn't want to be the center of attention.
Because he's like what? He's like 7.5 feet tall.
He's 12 feet tall and very scary.
It was interesting. The other day I was thinking about this in that I was like, I often try to wonder about your dynamics in your relationship when I have free time on the toilet. And so I was sitting on the toilet and I was kind of wondering about your dynamic. And you are what, 6 feet tall?
5'10".
5'10", and he is
6'7".
6'7". And so what I was trying to do is put that into my reality in that, like, you are his tiny Filipino wife.
I very much am. Yeah. Except I imported him. He's
the foreigner.
He's the foreigner.
He's the foreigner, and he comes from the United States.
Comes from the United States and does not want to go back.
Well, no. I mean, although, he's pretty tall, so I imagine people don't hassle him too much.
No, he only just in his 50s realized that he has not only white privilege and male privilege, but like tall
Tall privilege. Yeah.
privilege. And he didn't realize he's got a resting, like, I'm going to punch you in the face. This is like homeless people never bother me for change. Like, because you walk down the street with your sunglasses on, you look like you want to punch every single person that you walk by.
Well, and also,
no one's going to mess with you.
everybody's staring at the underside of his chin. That's what he doesn't understand. That's 6'7" is like,
He's using it for good. There were some very fruity youths on the streetcar one day on the receiving end of some homophobic comments.
oh yeah,
And Jeff's like, what did you say? And of course, people turn around and they expect to see a face, and they're just confronted with his chest. And then he got this guy to apologize.
oh really?
I mean, like, apologize, and then get off the streetcar.
That is the great thing about being that that much bigger than everyone around you is nobody wants to challenge it based solely on like mass.
It's great. We went to a counter protest one time, and we were just like gathering, again, tiny little fruity people. Just remember, they're like, yeah, come, this is a safe.
Do you know any big fat queers?
Yes, I do.
all right.
You don't need help. It's the tiny little ones.
Don't need help.
They need help. At one point, Jeff started a shame chant, which he was very. When you're at a protest and you start, like, you chant something and then it gets picked up. Oh, the satisfaction.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh yeah, I was the first guy to say hey, hey, ho, ho. So
A lot of people don't know this first guy to build the wall. That was me. Yeah, build the wall. I was in Chinatown, so it was a different context, but it really caught on.
Were you doing the voice? Were you doing this Chinese voice?
I was just hammered.
So yes,
Saw some guy in a Mao jacket and just started screaming, "Build the wall!" It's really funny.
Read books at him. It was
Yeah.
a wonderful day.
Well, you get deep into the sake one night, and all of a sudden you're in Chinatown. You're like, hey, wasn't I at a sushi restaurant? And the whole thing becomes very confusing. I don't care for the way you deadpan stare at me and make me feel uncomfortable.
I'm just trying to pretend that I'm being hit with an egg.
That was it. That was the I was looking for.
Yeah.
Yes.
You do know how to put a bow on things. I'll say that.
It's true.
Very much, very much. Well, I don't know if we have anything else that we wanted to get to today.
No, do we want to do our new segment, Bone to Pick?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I think I have mine already.
I think you do. Yeah.
Yeah. We have the idea behind this is just to give people an opportunity to complain about something.
Okay.
Yeah. So do you feel that you have a bone to pick with anyone or anything lately?
Feel free to aim it at Chuck. I mean, just because you're our guest, don't hold back.
That's a good point. Okay. Can you do yours and let me think of something? Is that
My bone to pick would be people who make arrangements to come onto a podcast, confirm their arrangements to come on the podcast, and then when you say, "Hey, you're 40 minutes late for the podcast," go, "Oh, was that today?" That's my bone to pick. Yeah.
Oddly specific. I just think that they should have graduated licensing, and if you get your driver's license in the summer, you're not allowed to drive in the winter. If you want winter driving privileges, you need to show me you can drive in the snow. Otherwise, get off the road.
That'd be good. You have to drive a rear-wheel drive car up a hill in 3 centimeters of snow, because half the city of Toronto cannot do that.
Okay, I got one, and I was just reminded of this because I flew to Winnipeg bragging. Yes.
Okay.
How?
My ancestors had to walk.
I am so annoyed. I was in the exit row, and this sounds like a bit, but it's not nearly funny enough to be one.
Well, whose act is it going in?
One of the dozen comics watching the show, please feel free to take this ball and run with it.
There you go.
I've always been annoyed with when you're in the exit row, you have to pay attention. And they say, okay, now when in case of emergency, in case the plane goes down, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. I've always thought that was bullshit. Like, I've always thought, like, say there's like a fucking Navy SEAL in the fifth row, and all of a sudden the plane starts to go down, and like this guy wants to take charge, and they're just, no, it's not your responsibility. You weren't in row 13. It's on this guy and this grandmother to fucking steer the ship now. Like, I find it pointless. I know if we take on water and we're about to like evacuate and stuff like that, I know they're not actually going to give a shit if the people in the exit row remember the instructions they had.
I just get annoyed when the flight attendants doing that, or air mattress, whatever you want to call them, when they're doing that little spiel and people try to joke with them.
Oh my
I
god!
was like, don't, because then they're gonna have to move you somewhere else because you're trying to be all funny with the.
WestJet is the worst. Where the stewardess who always does the tight five off the top. Yeah,
There are a lot of amateur night. Open mic WestJet flight.
Yeah. I get more angry at the people laughing at this.
Yes. You don't those to them. Yeah.
Those on our way to lost wages.
Those are the people that when Tim Hortons comes out with a flatbread pizza, try it. Right? The people laughing at those WestJet jokes are the same people that are trying the flatbread pizza at the donut shop, and they're not doing anybody a service. If you don't laugh at the joke will go away. Yeah. Right? People stop telling it if it's just met with uncomfortable silence by everybody. I promise you the joke will go away. As will the flatbread pizza at the donut shop if nobody buys it the first week. I don't care if they give it to you free with a cup of coffee, throw it back in the little window, don't take the pizza from the donut shop. It just bothers. They're going to keep trying. If they sell 100,000 of these pizzas in 3 weeks, they're going to be like, all right, well, we didn't lose money on the deal. Let's try Hawaiian this time. It bothers me that people stay in your goddamn lane.
I feel like that was your bone to pick.
It was my
Tim Hortons Pizza, another sponsor of the podcast.
Tim Hortons Pizza and Martha Chavez. Two things that'll let you down repeatedly.
And that was it.
That was
episode 9. Huge thanks to superstar guest Jeff McEnery.
Yes.
For dropping by.
Yes. And apologies to Martha Chavez for pointing out numerous times that she didn't bother to show up this week.
She felt bad.
I'm sure she feels bad. Yeah. Hopefully she'll feel worse when she sees the episode.
She's never going to watch this.
That's probably for the best.
Probably for the best.
I was a little harsh on Martha. I love her, but...
She's had it coming.
You don't show up, I'm going to cut you, man. I'm going to cut you deep. I'm going to cut you deep, going to cut you long, and you're going to remember it because I'm going to remind you. Yeah. Well, at least we know what's going to be on Martha's Christmas card this year. Hey? Empty envelope. That's what we're sending over to Martha's place.
You're going to waste a stamp on an empty envelope?
I am. Yeah, actually, I'm thinking about I'm going to FedEx it over.
You're a high roller.
I'm going to FedEx Martha an empty envelope for Christmas.
Because you can't put a price on pettiness.
No, maybe a void check. So it isn't an empty envelope, just a void check to like $80 million void check.
Or just the bones of the ribs we ate today.
Ooh, that's a good idea. We should hang on to those. We could build a diorama of her empty chair at our podcast recording.
Well, I saved Jeff's bones, and I'm gonna sell them on the internet. Be like Letterkenny Nibbles.
Letterkenny Nibbles. That sounds like a delicious treat you could buy at a gas station.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Get a Mr. Beast bar and some Letterkenny Nibbles.
And some bedroom bully pills.
I don't get the Mr. Beast, like some of the directions. I get that he's doing shows on Prime. That seems like a logical next step, doing kind of game shows on Prime.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't get the leap into delivery food and snack foods. The snack foods make sense for the gamers.
Yeah.
But delivery, like Mr. Beast delivery food didn't. I don't understand the correlation between YouTube star and food delivery.
And that's why we're doing a podcast in your living room, and he's a millionaire.
I think he might be close to a millionaire. He's giving away like $5 million on Prime.
Yeah, there's bodies in that basement.
It's
His body's in the basement.
I find it pretty amazing some of the legitimate huge media businesses people have made now that started with like unboxing videos on YouTube.
Oh yeah, but I found out that there were like millionaire 6-year-olds just doing reviews of toys and unboxing videos of toys.
Yeah,
Like,
well, I mean, there's
I've never wanted to punch a child more, and
there's-
I often want to punch children because if
But-
you met children, punchable.
I've met I've raised and
Produced your own punching
yeah,
bag.
I've raised and reared children, although never hit them.
I don't rear children. That is a rumor that we need to quash and squash.
Well, or at least not discuss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just take it as read and just move on. Come on, grow up, everyone. Grow up. It's all part of growing up. It didn't do me any harm.
Mark me down for already donated.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, wonderful guest this week. Well, wonderful guest
Yep.
this week. And Jeff, who is a guy that you wouldn't want to have to burden him with extra questions in an interview. Really, I think stood up. We found out some very interesting things about Jeff, particularly in regards to his virginity.
Yes, he shared 2 facts with us, and then we ignored him for the rest of the. Well, he interviewed me, which was wonderful.
That was good. He
Great.
did a nice little turnaround for that.
Yeah,
That was
I
good.
appreciated that.
It was excellent deflection technique. Good work, Jeff.
And who do we have coming up next week? Chuck Byrne?
Next week, our scheduled guests, I'm going to have to say that now because before I just assumed that they would arrive. Now that all those assumptions have gone out the window. Thank you again, Martha Chavez. Our scheduled guests for next week are Lori Elliott.
I love Lori Elliott.
Everyone loves Lori Elliott. She's just plain wonderful. And Dave Hempstead.
I love Dave Hempstead.
Well, not everyone loves Dave Hempstead.
And
but
I
you do.
understand. I do.
And that's
Yeah.
good. Dave's a wonderful person.
He's a wonderful man.
And you will recognize both of those people from many appearances on TV, both telling jokes and just generally being funny on things like The Debaters and stuff like that.
And you might recognize Lori Elliott's unique and wonderful voice from all her cartoon voice acting stuff.
She does a ton of that stuff. Yeah.
I love that stuff.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
That's very good on the microphone, and we will share some of that with you next week.
She will not be eating any ribs, though.
No, she will. She is going to also be our first vegetarian guest, and I've been debating
A vegetarian option?
what the veg. Do you know if she eats dairy?
No, but let's find out.
Okay, we have to find out because I'm trying to think of a food that will meet her dietary requirements, but also still handicap her in the way that eating ribs will, in that it will occupy your hands.
Okay.
It can possibly be messy. I was
Yeah.
thinking perhaps like a child-size ice cream cone, right? Because it's kind of a little bit sloppy. It makes a little bit of noise and it occupies your hands.
Corn on the cob?
Ooh, corn on the cob would be good.
I mean,
I wouldn't want to
in
make
this
someone eat
season.
corn on the cob, though, because when I eat corn on the cob, it's an exercise in dental floss for the next 6 months of my life.
perfect.
I just
You can get a dental floss sponsor.
Ooh, that
Yeah,
would be
a
good.
product that everyone buys and nobody uses.
Yeah, a dento tape. I don't like that. I don't like the dento
You know,
tape.
they've got sticks and things.
Which is,
What am I, a caveman?
it seems a little thick, like the big flat tape. It just seems like, floss seems much more of a precise tool.
How big are the gaps in your teeth?
That's true. Maybe dento tape comes in handy for people like Dave Letterman or Jewel.
Yeah, if you have a big diastema, if you can't keep a secret because you got a big gap in your teeth.
Is that what it's called?
Diastema, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't just say gap in your teeth.
I mean, you can, but it's more insulting.
It's a very, I don't know.
I know lots of words.
You do, because that was a word that I don't even know, and I've read upwards of 3 Stephen King books, so I should know all the words.
I am pretty much a
One of them
what
book
is that
learning
thing? Dictionary. Yeah,
dictionary.
I'm like a dictionary for words.
Oh, the dick wielding fairy. Huh? Dictionary, dick wielding fairy.
Are we doing some Cockney rhyming slang? Is
I
that
don't
what's
know.
going on here?
We're in the spitball phase.
We're in the spitball.
Take a-
We're in the phase where we're still learning how to
I'm working
wrap
up.
things up.
I'm working up to an insult. All right, so there. Tune in next week, and I will have an insult ready for Ted.
Wonderful.
That's going to be something to look forward to.
Oh, I can't wait.
Thank you for joining us this week. You can follow us at Preparing to Podcast on YouTube and Instagram, and Dr. Ted Morris on Instagram and TikTok, and Chuck B. Jokes on all sorts of formats. Look us up, find us, follow us, and make our dreams come true.
Make them come true, or we'll blame you specifically. It's your fault.